We've reached a bit of a milestone here on Turtle. The last Rice Krispies treat. We had 2 cases, which were 42 bars each. And I guess the trip is reaching its apex because I'm about to eat the last one here. But, that's good. We're also out of cookies, which is a bit of another waypoint. We've got these emergency food rations. They kind of look like cookies. It says they're apple cinnamon flavored. I think I'm gonna have to give it a go. See if I can get my cookie fix for the day here, because we're pretty much stuck on board with this wind. It feels like a cookie, like a big, huge cookie. Kind of crumbly, like a biscuit or something.
Stinks.
Smells like spiced apple cider. Like really smells like spiced apple cider. It tastes like a cross between a cookie and a biscuit. For survival rations that have a long shelf life, this isn't bad. I mean, I'd rather have Rice Krispie treats, but this is definitely edible. This is surprisingly decent. We're anchored back at Staniel Key and we can't wait to snorkel Thunderball Grotto Caves again. But first we've got a couple of chores to take care of for the boat. You forget how much trash you accumulate until you have to keep every scrap of it in your bedroom for 2 weeks. So we are making a little run to the dump. It's just a couple of bucks per bag to have the trash disposed of at the local trash burning site. And since the fuel tanker is still pumping, we've got some time to kill before we can get fuel as well. So we are going to take a walk and check out some of the local stores. Anchored at Staniel Key, right next to the Thunderball Grotto Caves, which are just right over there. We're here to pick up some diesel for the sailboat and also some gasoline for the dinghy. They're both running lowish. And while we're here, we picked up some groceries. We're actually waiting for the fuel dock because the tanker is filling their tank, so it'll be a couple more hours. But we went and got some groceries from a couple of the grocery stores. I tried to find a file for a little project I'm working on, but they had a metal file, but actually it didn't have the file strips on the edge, the narrow part, which is all I needed. So it didn't work out. But we got some groceries, and we're going to show you what 90 bucks will get you in the out islands. So we actually went to 2 grocery stores. We went to the general store where I was looking for a file, but we ended up getting a couple spark plugs, which is good because we keep fouling plugs in the outboard. It's a 2-stroke, and I ran the last batch of fuel a little bit rich on the oil, so it's fouling plugs, which isn't a big deal. I just take them out and clean them every couple of days. So they didn't have the ones we needed, but I grabbed a couple of plugs that I know to be fairly hot and they'll run good in a 2-stroke like that, so it should work fine. We also got some more cereal. We finished all of our Raisin Bran the other day, which was delightful. And then we got 2 jugs of almond milk. I actually prefer almond milk to soy milk, and I prefer either of those to shelf-stable milk, which is disgusting. Ugh, it's not good. Yeah, soy milk or almond milk any day. I also got some $7 Triscuits, which is terrible, but I love Triscuits, and I only brought like 3 boxes on the trip, so I've been out forever. And we got some green beans.
For $3.
Yeah, for $3. We would love to stock up on more canned vegetables, but they're really surprisingly expensive. Like $3 for a can of green beans is crazy. I mean, although they're $1 in the States now, which just blows me away. This is my one and only kitchen knife. Like a dummy, I forgot to bring any kind of kitchen knives on our trip. Kenzie got a few items. We found the golden stockpile of pirate treasure. For us, it's the honey buns. They taste like a glazed donut. They're really good. We got some onions and potatoes, which I have no idea how much those cost. We didn't really get a receipt from that store. The Idaho potatoes, like the classic russet potatoes, they last really, really well. Even non-refrigerated. If you get firm ones, you can get a good like week and a half or 2 weeks out of these. The like red potatoes and those, man, those were nasty, rotten, like squirting pus out within like 4 or 5 days. So that's not a good option. Stick to the russet potatoes. And we got some onions. We paid ridiculous prices for some chips. You know, on our list when we left Florida was to like stock up on mass amounts of potato chips and corn chips, and we just sort of forgot. So we left with only a couple of bags of chips, which is nothing. A couple of bags of chips is no chips. We got some more cookies, and we got a pepper. Oh, that's heaven. And we got a couple of little squashes. We're gonna make these into some vegetarian spaghetti and also some pasta, like what is it? Pesto pasta. Yeah. So we're excited about that. I'm gonna put these straight in the V-berth. I don't want to like bruise them. And my new favorite candy bar. It's these little Cadbury dairy milks. You can find them in this small size and sometimes in a bigger size. It's just really good chocolate. I love chocolate, but I can't eat like Hershey's crap. That stuff's just nasty. It tastes like corn syrup and wax to me. But I love good chocolate. And we found these little bitty, I don't know what kind of pepper they are. Like a little something, but they look tasty. So I got just a couple of those to like sprinkle on some potatoes or something at some point. And I got, oh, I didn't even remember I got this. Jalapeno jack cheese. Oh my gosh, that's heaven. I cannot wait to eat that one. A couple of more honey buns. And that's it. That's 90 bucks. I mean, in the US, I'm sure that would be 35, 40 maybe even. But, yeah, you know, stuff tends to be anywhere from, I mean, double the regular price would be a steal for anything here in the islands. Triple is not really uncommon. Usually somewhere in between double to triple is about the price of stuff you're gonna pay for. And we actually feel like we provisioned really well. We just underestimated a few things, and it was mostly chips, cookies,
comfort food.
Chips, cookies, and crackers. Yeah, it was just the munchy comfort food. Exactly. And we had plenty of rice and stuff like that, but we're doing pretty darn good, and we still have plenty of food left. It's just the accessories we run out of. Anyhow, next we're gonna hopefully get in our turn at the fuel dock as soon as that tanker's out of the way. There'll probably be a mad rush of people pulling in because he's been there for like 3 hours already. And that's our day. Sometimes I find myself eating like $15 worth of crackers and cheese, and I think to myself, good gosh, man, you could eat out for that, but not here. We haven't had a lot of good luck with restaurants here, actually. We've only eaten out a few times, but the times we have, the food has all been really mediocre and really expensive. It feels so good after a long day of running errands and checking things off our list to be anchored right at the Thunderball Grotto Caves and be able to jump right back into this beautiful clear water and have a beautiful relaxing swim in this absolutely incredible setting.